Ever wondered why some days you feel super motivated and full of energy to tackle your goals, while other days you're dragging your feet? It's not just random luck, there's a science behind it. Imagine if you could tap into that high energy, high motivation mode every single day. Sounds incredible, right? Well, it's possible. Our latest video reveals the hidden strategies to unlock your peak performance consistently. Learn how to harness this power for daily success and personal growth. Get ready to transform your productivity and take control of your days. The changes in how we think and feel are connected to many things. For instance, Stoic philosophy says that what matters is how we see things and react to what happens outside. It's not what happens, but how we think about it that affects us. So, when we feel clear-headed and positive, we're kind of using Stoic ideas without knowing it. We understand the world better and don't let bad feelings or distractions bother us as much. Feeling clear and focused comes from several things like getting enough sleep, eating well, and being less worried. Stoic teachings say we can develop this alert and clear feeling by doing things like thinking about our day, meditating, and being good people. By being mindful and not going overboard, we can keep our minds clear and focused, no matter what's happening around us. So by thinking about the days when we're more clear-headed and get a lot done, we can figure out what makes these days happen and how to have them more often. By knowing ourselves and the world better and using Stoic ideas about how we see things, react, and be good, we can aim to have a life that's more focused, clear, and really fulfilling. But sometimes we have the opposite problem. It's really hard to focus. On those days we feel so tired that we can't concentrate on anything. Even simple tasks that we usually do easily seem difficult, and it feels like our brain isn't working as well as it should. This feeling of being mentally tired can happen for many reasons. Not getting enough sleep, being stressed all the time, not eating well, or not exercising enough. In our busy, full of information world, it's normal to often feel this kind of tiredness. Stoic thinking, which is old but wise, teaches us how to handle tough times. It says that it's normal for us not always to be productive or to have clear thoughts. Instead of fighting this truth, we should accept it, knowing that everyone has good and bad days. Accepting this doesn't mean doing nothing. It means realizing there are times to work hard and times to relax. Stoic lessons also suggest we think about our daily habits. When we look closely at our life, we might see things we can change, like sleeping better, handling stress well, or eating and thinking in healthier ways. In short, when our minds aren't as sharp, it's a chance to look inside ourselves and make changes. These times remind us to take care of every part of ourselves, our body, mind, and soul. They give us a chance to learn to be strong and flexible, which are key parts of Stoic ideas. By treating these days with kindness and understanding, we can learn a lot about ourselves and get better at dealing with clear and foggy days. The ups and downs in how energetic or motivated we feel, no matter what we do physically or mentally, are really interesting. Oddly enough, we can feel tired even after easy days when we haven't done much. But sometimes, even on busy days, we end up feeling really energetic and motivated. This happens because of many reasons, not just from being busy or not. These reasons can be in our minds or in our bodies. In other words, our mood and willingness to do things aren't just based on how much physical or mental work we do. They are also greatly affected by things like how happy we feel, how much stress we have, how well we get along with others, and how much we like what we're doing. For example, doing work that feels important or enjoyable can make us feel energetic. even if it's tough physically or mentally. Likewise, if we're bored or unhappy with our daily tasks, we might feel tired, even if we haven't done much. Looking at it from a body science point of view, things like hormone problems, eating habits, or changes in how we sleep can really affect how much energy we have, no matter what we do. For instance, eating poorly or not sleeping well can make us feel more tired than the usual physical or thinking work we do in a day. Thinking about all this reminds us of Stoic advice, which tells us to see past the surface and really understand what we're going through. Knowing that many different things, many out of our control, affect our energy and drive, helps us to accept our changing moods better. At the same time, this doesn't stop us from doing things to make our overall health better, like looking after our physical health, taking care of our mental well-being, or doing things that make us happy and feel meaningful. So, these changes in how we feel and how motivated we are show us how complex being human is and remind us that we need to take care of every part of ourselves, including our body, mind, and spirit. It's important to know that feeling tired isn't always because of how much work we've recently done. Interestingly, we can feel really tired even if we haven't done a lot. This tiredness, which seems to come out of nowhere or just won't go away, is often because of two simple habits we usually don't notice. These small habits are a big reason why we often feel so worn out. To understand this better, we need to take a quick look at how the brain and its biology work. Our brain, just like other parts of our body, has complex ways to control itself. These methods are really important for keeping everything working smoothly and balanced, and they do this through a process in our body called inhibitory feedback loops. Even though these scientific words might sound complicated, it's important to have a basic idea of what they mean. These control loops are not just in other parts of our body. The brain has them too, to keep its activities balanced and working right. The way the brain controls itself is a big reason why we feel tired. How these brain controls work with two common habits we have can explain why we often feel so tired. Let's look closer at these habits and how they affect our brain's workings to understand better why they make us feel tired all the time. One way the brain controls itself is linked to how awake we feel. To put it simply, when we do things that need thinking, like studying, solving problems, handling feelings, talking, and other everyday stuff, our brain stays busy. This constant brain work leads to the buildup of certain chemicals in the brain. These chemicals, made by the brain's activity, tell the brain it's time to rest at night. Interestingly, while the brain is working, it makes a chemical that eventually makes it slow down. This slowing down is what usually makes us sleep. So the more we do during the day, the more we feel the need to sleep, which is why many people get tired and want to sleep in the evening. When we sleep, particularly in the deep stages, our brain goes through a sort of cleaning process. This is done by a liquid called cerebrospinal fluid, which is found in our brain and spine. This cleaning is really important because it gets rid of all the stuff that built up in our brain during the day. This is probably why we feel fresh and alert when we wake up. So, sleep isn't just for resting, it's also a key time for our brain to heal and stay healthy. The problem comes when some simple daily habits mess up the important signals in our brain. This is like when our body can't get rid of stuff that builds up naturally and helps us. For example, when you lift weights more and more, your muscles start to ache because of certain things building up in them. If you didn't feel this muscle pain, you might keep exercising and end up hurting yourself badly. The brain works in a similar way. These build-ups in the brain are there to make sure we get enough sleep every night. But some things we do can stop this natural process. A common one, which you might do too, is drinking too much caffeine. People who are anxious or have trouble sleeping often drink too much caffeine. This usually happens because they keep drinking caffeine all day to fight off feeling tired. But this habit then messes with their sleep, making them feel even more tired when they wake up. So, to deal with this tiredness, they drink more caffeine, which starts a never-ending cycle of always feeling tired. That's why it's vital to spot and alter these behaviors to let our brain manage itself properly. This supports a good sleep routine, reducing the feeling of being tired all the time. It might seem odd to hear that cutting back on coffee can make sleep better, especially if you feel tired a lot. This situation highlights the complicated connection between our actions and brain science. It's all about knowing how much coffee you have and the way caffeine works on the brain. For a deeper understanding, it's a good idea to find reliable sources and maybe talk to an expert for advice. Besides drinking too much caffeine, another thing that probably makes us feel really tired all the time is being around too much stuff happening. Most of us deal with too much information every day, like too much food for our brains. We feel like we always need to know what's going on and stay connected, always checking social media like Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and also news and chat groups like WhatsApp and Telegram. This flood of things to see and hear keeps our brain's alertness really high, which leads to stress and feeling tired. Being around so much going on all the time can wear out our brain, making it hard to rest, calm our thoughts, and get good sleep. So, just like we need to watch and cut down on how much caffeine we drink, it's just as important to be careful about how much stuff we're exposed to every day and try to lessen it. By doing these things, we can make a setting that's better for getting enough rest, and, as a result, help ourselves feel less tired all the time. Comparing this habit to obsessive-compulsive disorder makes sense. Even though it doesn't always mean you have the disorder, what happens is you start a habit filled with thoughts and actions that are like OCD, where you can't stop feeling the need to keep up with everything, scared of missing out on something important. This constant need to check for news can hurt different parts of life, like sleep, eating, exercising, and hanging out with people. Always being bombarded with too much information turns a person into someone who's always looking for new things, leading to always feeling tired. The brain doesn't get the chance to slow down and rest, keeping it always on high alert. It's important to notice this habit and set limits on how much information and digital stuff we use to help us sleep better and feel better overall. Dopamine, an important brain chemical, is a big part of this. Using digital devices too much can overwork this brain chemical, making us feel more tired. So it's key to do two things. First, cut back on things like caffeine, which really wakes up our brain. Doing this lets our brain rest the way it needs to. Second, it's really important to find a good balance with how much screen time and information we get. We should do things that help us relax and unplug, like hobbies, working out, or just having some quiet time. Doing these things can help reduce constant tiredness and lead to a healthier way of living. The third significant factor, contributing to our fluctuating energy and focus levels, is our overall lifestyle, particularly physical activity and diet. Physical exercise, for instance, has a profound effect on our mental state. While it might seem counterintuitive, engaging in regular physical activity can actually boost our energy levels and enhance our mental clarity. Exercise stimulates blood flow, improves oxygen supply to the brain, and releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. By incorporating a routine of physical activity, whether it's a brisk walk, a gym session, or yoga, we can significantly reduce feelings of lethargy and mental fog. Diet plays an equally important role. What we eat has a direct impact on our brain function. Foods rich in antioxidants, good fats, vitamins and minerals contribute to better brain health. On the other hand, a diet high in sugar and processed foods can lead to fluctuations in blood sugar levels, which in turn can cause periods of high energy followed by crashes. This cycle can leave us feeling exhausted and unable to concentrate. By choosing nutritious foods and maintaining a balanced diet, we can help stabilize our energy levels and maintain mental sharpness. Another aspect to consider is our emotional well-being. Our emotional state can significantly influence our energy levels and cognitive abilities. Stress, anxiety, and negative emotions can drain our energy and fog our thinking. On the flip side, positive emotions and a relaxed state of mind can enhance our cognitive function and energy levels. Mindfulness practices, meditation, and techniques to manage stress can therefore be highly beneficial. By taking care of our emotional health, we can maintain a more consistent level of energy and clarity. Finally, it's important to address the role of sleep quality. While we touched on the impact of caffeine on sleep, the quality of our sleep itself is a fundamental factor in determining how energized and focused we feel. A good night's sleep is crucial for cognitive function and overall health. It's during sleep that our brain processes information from the day, consolidates memories, and rejuvenates itself. Poor sleep quality, or not getting enough sleep, can lead to a significant decrease in cognitive performance, including memory, concentration, and decision-making skills. In summary, achieving and maintaining a state of high energy and mental clarity is not just about managing a few habits. It's about taking a holistic approach to our overall lifestyle. This includes exercising regularly, eating a balanced diet, managing stress, and ensuring we get quality sleep. By addressing these key areas, we can create a conducive environment for our brain to function at its best. It's also vital to understand the rhythm of our body and mind. Everyone has different peak times during the day when they feel most alert and productive. Some people are morning people, while others find their stride later in the day. By identifying your personal peak times and aligning your most challenging tasks with these periods, you can make the most of your natural energy cycles. Additionally, taking short breaks throughout the day can help prevent mental fatigue. It's not just about the duration of work, but also about the intensity. Intense, focused work can be more draining than longer periods of less demanding activity. Implementing techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work in focused bursts followed by short breaks, can be extremely effective in maintaining high levels of energy and concentration. Furthermore, it's crucial to have a balance between work and relaxation. Downtime is not wasted time. It's an essential component of a productive lifestyle. Activities that bring joy and relaxation, such as hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or simply being in nature, can recharge our batteries and prepare us for periods of high productivity. To conclude, the secret to consistently achieving high levels of energy and mental clarity lies in understanding and aligning with our bodies and minds' needs. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. By adopting these practices, we can transform our daily experience, making every day a productive, fulfilling, and energetic one. Remember, it's not just about working hard, but also about working smart and taking care of ourselves in the process. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button on this video to support us. Thanks.